Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome, and I really mean that, a big welcome to my channel. Why am I emphasizing the welcome? Well, it's all about the spike in subscriptions that I've basically had over the last few days. So it's a big welcome to my new subscribers who just come across my channel. Now, the gameplay featured on this video is Let It Die, which was one of the mentions at PSX 2016 as a free-to-play game. I mean, how would I look at it as? I would see it as a JPG slash fest, shotty fest, stab fest of a game. I do like the look of the game. I like the feel of the game. I like the texture of the game. The game's got a nice texture about it. Do you know what I mean? It's quintessentially a JPG game from what I see. Do you know what I mean? But has a more contemporary feel. Even more than Final Fantasy 15, to be honest with you. You know, I don't know, it's just for me with JPG games, I take them or I leave them, and most of the time I leave them. But with this game, I mean, obviously it was for free, so there was no harm in me trying it out. But it's an interesting game. Played the first 15 minutes of it. Looks pretty zany. The head honcho from Grasshopper Games seems to be a zany, wild character. I mean, I've looked at some of the pre-release videos that came from Grasshopper and their dev blogs and all that kind of stuff, and they seem to be a pretty crazy bunch of guys, man. But that's the appeal, you know what I mean? That's the appeal. They're not taking themselves too seriously, and you know, the subject matter in the game seems to be very apocalyptic and crazy, and it's just all about killing. And the main protagonist is it Uncle Death or something like that? Grim Reaper with these zany freaking retro x-ray specs. Yeah, it has its own individual look about it. It's a game to be intrigued by, and that's why I picked it up and played it. Not only because it was free, but because I saw the accompanying promo material, and it was just like crazy shit, you know. So got into it, and as you can see, that's the main character right there. Crazy, but I like the look. It looks clean. It looks absolutely clean and has that comic book vibe to it, a living comic book vibe to it. Love it. It is really good to come across like-minded gamers that are just as enthused and passionate about gaming as I am. So I just want to big up a couple of those subscribers. But before I do, just want to get into some non-gaming related stuff. And first of all, the passing of Greg Lake from Lake, Emerson and Palmer fame. Now, I have to say that as a musician, you know, my tastes are pretty broad, and I have to admit that I'm not really a huge fan of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I know of their stuff. I can't say I'm an ardent fan, but you know, isn't it apt and timely that one of his hits as a solo artist was I Believe in Father Christmas? So I have a feeling that it's going to make #1 or top 5 in the charts this year. Now, next, to two individuals who are very much alive, thank you very much, and between them add up to 173 years of existence on this planet. I shit you not. First of all, Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger. Yep, that dude, 73 years old, and is now become a father for the 8th time. Now, didn't he have a girlfriend, a long-term girlfriend even, that killed herself recently? It must have been what? Couldn't have been more than 2 years. I'm sure it was like last year, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was like around 2 years ago. Well, he seems to have gotten over that pain very freaking quick, man. Mick Jagger doesn't fuck around. No, scrub that. On to a next individual who I have to big up is Spartacus himself, Kirk Douglas, who is 100 years old today. Yep, he's 100 years old today, and he's the patriarch of the Douglas dynasty. More life and more power to your elbow, sir. Just a bit of trivia for you. His son, Michael Douglas, right, has a penchant for sex every 5 minutes. Yeah, that sex addict. Well, he's a reformed sex addict, I believe. But anyway, he He's a famous producer. Not only has he been a famous actor for so many years, he's been a famous producer for a number of years. And one of the earliest films that he produced was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the movie that stars Jack Nicholson, a young Danny DeVito, and a young Christopher Lloyd of Back to the Future fame. That was a very smart move, because One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest remains one of the top 100, if not 50 films of all time. Well, it stands at the top 20 films of all time for me, definitely, without a doubt, you know. But anyway, just a small bit of trivia there for you. It was one of the earliest films that Michael Douglas produced. But from the son to the daddy, big up Kirk Douglas, one of our true Hollywood greats from a bygone age. Hats off to you, sir. I'm going to buy a crate or a 6-pack of beer and drink to your long, outstanding life. Now to my lovely subscribers. As I stated from the beginning of the video, I had a spike in the amount of subscriptions that I've had over the last few days, and I just want to big a couple of these guys up. First of all, I want to big up Bangkok Ian 1967. I literally stumbled across his channel, literally just stumbled across it, just looking up stuff on Werewolf Within, and there was some recommendations based upon PS4 gaming setup and all that kind of stuff, and I just clicked on it. You know what I mean? You know, didn't have much views, but I clicked on it all the same, and it showed me this guy lives in Bangkok, an avid gamer. He's got every freaking console available. He has the Xbox One, he has the PC, he has the Rift, he has the Vive, he has the PS4 Pro, he has the PS VR, and he had a brand new TV which he just bought recently. And his face was beaming. He was so excited and happy, and he couldn't recommend the PSVR highly enough, you know. And I really enjoyed watching his video. The caption on the video basically said, it's never been a better time to be a gamer, or now is a great time to be a gamer. And I couldn't agree with him more, because I had to say, from like around last year, I was kind of umming and ahhing, man, and I've been having conversations with my brethren, just asking the question, where the fuck is gaming going? Where's it going? Where's it going? Where's it fucking going? You know what I mean? And all of a sudden we've got, you know, mid-generation consoles coming out, we've got VR headsets coming out, and we've got, you know, brand new versions of great franchises coming out as well. And it is a great time to be a gamer, I have to say. But the thing I liked about Bangkok Ian was his enthusiasm and his excitement. And like I stated from the last video in relation to people's excitement, and me thinking I will never be as excited as that for a product of video gaming, and I saw it with my own eyes with Bangkok Ian, and I had to big him up. You know, I bigged him up and says, look, man, your excitement is contagious. Just want to let you know that, and you know, keep up the good work. You know, and I recommended Werewolf Within to him, and he said that he would check out my video, which he did, and became a subscriber based on that alone. You know, he liked my content and he became a subscriber, and I watched a few of his videos. And the thing that I liked about Bangkok Ian is that it's not just his content, is his subscribers as well. They seem very decent, very nice, very sociable. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and that is the mark of a good content creator. Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than these content creators, all they're about is the fucking money. They're about the money. They're about the money. They're about the fame. They're about this, you know. And my take, as well as a lot of my friends on PSN's take that are YouTubers, their takes are that they're not doing it for the money. They're doing it because they love gaming and they just want to show their excitement and passion for gaming. You know what I mean? And hope that people are like-minded and feel that excitement. And that's exactly what Bangkok Ian 1967 done for me. Do you know what I mean? So as a result, I checked out all of his recommendations, all of his other YouTubers that he highly recommends, and I did. And I have to say, you know, the variation in content was great. There's a guy called Gashead Steve, and he does some honest vlogs, and it kind of harked back to what I was talking about on my last video in relation to gaming saving people's lives here. You know, I don't want to get too deep in the content that Gashead Steve basically put out in his vlogs. I'd rather you watch his vlogs so you can get a full understanding of where I'm coming from. I don't think it's my place to tell you his story. I think it's best if he tells you his story through his vlogs, because that's why he done the vlogs in the first place. So if you get a chance, check out Gashead Steve's small channel, but it's not about the size of the channel, it's the content, it's the quality of the content. And I've subscribed to his channel, you know, nice, decent guy, you know, and his subscription base are very nice people as well. So him, and also Bangkok Ian 1967. Thank you guys for checking out my channel. Thank you guys for subscribing, and also thank all the other subscribers who I met through playing Werewolves Within and all those other games, and well, especially Werewolves Within. I want to thank those guys. A couple of them have made some groups up, some communities up, and I've joined them. So it's been good over the last few days, you know. So I just want to thank you guys and big you guys up for the content and the great times that you are having gaming, whether on PS4, Xbox One, doesn't matter. You know, your excitement of gaming is what matters, is what counts, is what it's all about. Well, as for me, right, what am I doing? Well, at the minute, I've got a couple of games that are on the backlog pile, physical copies. I've got Watch Dogs 2, which I haven't even busted the cellophane. And I recently got, well, yesterday I got The Witcher 3, and that is a game you couldn't get me to buy. You could not get me to buy that game. You know, I don't really have a penchant for medieval looking games. I just don't have that urge. I don't have that itch for those kind of games. However, I've had quite a few people recommend that game to me last year. It was ridiculous, you know, and I just was not moving to that at all. But I have to say that when I checked it out on Amazon a few days ago, the Game of the Year edition, it was sold the fuck out. Sold out. Yeah. So I've got it here, and it is the Game of the Year edition, and it includes Hearts of Stone, Blood and Wine, and 16 DLC. Now apparently, if you play this game now for the rest of your life, you still ain't gonna finish the game. It's that fucking big. And that's cool, you know. But I don't want to get into a point where I'm just buying games because they're cheap and they're games that I wouldn't normally play, and I'm just gonna end up not playing them. You know, that's why I bought the physical copy rather than buy a digital copy, because when you buy that shit and you don't play it, you keep that shit like luggage, man. So that is the reason why I bought The Witcher 3, and I'm hoping to put up some gameplay of that at some point. But in terms of digital games, what have I got? I've got Inside, which looks pretty cool. And I've got The Witness, which has been critically acclaimed. I'm into puzzle games, board games, party games. I'm into all of that stuff. And what's the other game that I've got? So it's The Witness, Inside. Can't remember the other games. Oh yes, Infamous Second Son and Infamous First Light bundle. For £11 I bought that shit for. £11.99. Yep, had to get it. Had to get it. I mean, I had Infamous. I had Infamous First Light as a PS Plus game anyway for free. You know, but it kind of makes sense for me to buy the game now, even though I don't play Infamous First Light regular. But it's more than £6 a game, and the HDR has been implemented in Infamous Second Son, so it's all good, it's all gravy, you know what I mean? Can't complain. So I'm going to be giving that game a whirl, and probably dip back into First Light as well, because they weren't games that First Light wasn't a game that I disliked, do you know what I mean? It was just a game that I just didn't play a lot of continually. I played a chunk of it, but not enough, as it were. Anyway, those are the games that has grabbed my attention and will be taking up my time over the festive season. But I will be doing a top 5 of a specific thing regarding the holiday season, so stay tuned for that. What else? I think I've covered everything. I don't think there's anything else. Yep, pretty much covered everything. So with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu for now, and as always, whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's truly about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. As Bangkoki in 1967 says, now is a good time to be a gamer. It really is. Trust me on that. So until I catch you guys on the next one, please, please, please stay blessed. Magan.